Dead Man's Chest by Edward Peeler Jr., also known as the Dreadpirate 42. Tyrell stumbled as the sailors pushed him forward. He could barely see with his eyes swollen shut, but he and the crew had been led out to the front of the guillotine, passing all the other prisoners and forming a long line. His career as a pirate had not been long, and now it was going to end here. He and his shipmates had plotted for several days of how to escape, digging through the walls of their cells, bribing the guards, stealing a key off the warden when he brought them their bread and water. Nothing worked. Anything terribly courageous or foolish, none could muster the will to do. Now they were out of options, and it was over. Terrence, the sailor in front of him, was blubbering and crying. No, 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 don't want to die, don't want to die, he begged and pleaded. Tyrell felt he would lose his composure soon as well. Quit your whining, Smiley said in front of him, the old sea dog who had been on the ship the longest. Die with your head held high, lad. It's your last moments. Make 'em dignified, for Christ's sakes. Where's the captain? Tyrell finally gained the nerve to ask. Backstabbing sea dog probably sold us out. Took a deal. What's it matter? You're the one with the gift, lad. You figure it out. Tyrell did indeed have a gift. The captain had picked him for it. The boy was magic, touched by a shooting star when he was 8, that gave him a few tricks, all of which were of no use toward escape. But if he focused, he could read the minds of men. He reached out to the assembled sailors and doomed prisoners. Aside from the fear and oppression of the condemned, there was something strange in the soldiers. He had not expected. Excitement. A chill of dread sank down his back. Oh no, he thought. They're going to laugh and cheer as we die. But then there was another emotion he detected. Disbelief. That gave him pause. He reached deeper into the collected soldiers' minds. There's no way that old fool could even possibly... Oh, this should be good. Just like a drunken crook to think he could pull a fast one on... Tyrell's abject fear was interrupted by utter confusion. What are they talking about? Did it have something to do with them? The Admiral and his escort arrived, and to Tyrell's shock, there was the captain, in his big red coat and black wide-brimmed hat. He had a bottle of rum 3/4 drained and a big smile on his red face. Don't worry, men, he laughed. You're going home. Oh, bloody hell, what is he up to? Groaned Smiley. They're not going anywhere, said the Admiral. You're just going first to crush what's left of their souls before I send them to hell. Ah, we had a deal, said the captain. If I can pull it off, you'll let him go. No man can pull it off. You are a fool, but yes, fine, I will not break my word. Tyrell tried to look into the captain's mind and see what he was up to. Images flashed before him. He sees the captain before the old voodoo man throwing his coconut shells. They all fell black, and the voodoo man looked into his eyes and shook his head. So it's all over, asked the captain. We're running out of time, said the voodoo man as he pulled back his shells. Next time you sail, your last, and your bones will sink to Olokun and Yameya. There wait for you to sing of your voyages to them in the depths of the sea. But before then you can save your crew, those you have taken in and protected. Ogun will give you the strength of one last miracle. Use it well. He then sees the Admiral behind his desk, gloating of the captain's capture. Tomorrow at noon we rid the seas of you and your murderous, thieving crew, he smirked. You have embarrassed the Navy for the last time, Gasparilla, but I'll let you live if you tell me where the treasure is. The treasure dies with me, Bendejo, the captain said with a gold-toothed smile. But I hear you're a betting man, Admiral. Can't take a little wager. Tyrell flashed back to the present as the captain downed the last of the rum with one big swig. Let's do this, amigo! He tossed the bottle aside and slapped the Admiral on the back, much to his irritation. Before the sailors could grab the captain and put him in irons, he walked right up to the guillotine and stuck his head in the stock. Ha! Let's do this, cabron! I ain't got all day! The executioner looked confused and looked to the Admiral for orders. The Admiral rolled his eyes and nodded. The executioner struck the lever, and the blade came crashing down on Captain Jose Gaspar's neck. His still smiling head flew off, missing the basket entirely, and causing the next prisoner in line to jump back. Suddenly the captain's body vaulted straight up. Without a head, of course, blood spraying out of the stump of his neck like a geyser. The body shambled forward, running past a line of men, all of his crew, all in the front of the line. A splash of blood lurched out of the Captain Gaspar's neck and struck Tyrell square in the face as he just barely passed him before pitching forward, convulsing, and the rest of his blood poured out on the ground. Commander walked down the line and looked Tyrell dead in the eyes as Tyrell shook with alarm. He sighed. 15, he said. How many? Asked the Admiral, who was staring wide-eyed and shocked at the spectacle he just witnessed. 15 men on a dead man's chest, sir. The Admiral paused, collected himself. He breathed out, deflated and resigned. Let them go. The overjoyed crew sailed out of the port of Tampa before the Admiral could change his mind. With the safety of the ocean between them and the U.S. Navy's authority, they sailed off to parts unknown with mirth in their hearts and lives intact. That night they drank a toast to the dead, to their beloved captain Jose Gaspar, who had made them rich and saved their lives this day, and they sang a sea shanty in his honor. I would sail farther than they ever would across every ocean and every shore that told the story of the Pirate King. 15 men on a dead man's chest. Yo-ho-ho, and a bottle of rum.